Hello everyone, I am Peppino here, and today I am going to be making a game guide for the game Legend of Dungeon. It is a fairly new game in a demo right now, being made by the development team of Robot Loves Kitty, and that's just two people. I will have a link to their website down in the description of this video, so you guys can go check it out and try the game for yourself. It's really fun, but since it's fairly new, there's not a lot of guides on it. I haven't really found any. So I figured I would make one to help you guys know what you need to know to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the beginning screen. You just click play to start, and when you do, you will enter a little room by going down. The controls are the arrow keys to move. Uh, you use X to use whatever you're holding. So if you've got a sword or whatever, you just push X to use that. Z is to jump. A is to switch items. And S is to throw items on the floor. So basically to get rid of anything you don't want, you can just toss it. Um, in the tavern, there are a couple items you can grab. There's a lantern right at the top, right when you come in, that you should grab just when you walk past it. And then there are apples and beer on the tables. Uh, Apples are going to be really important. That's the main way of healing yourself, is eating apples. And beer basically doesn't do anything besides get you drunk, which can be kind of fun, but there are definitely times when you don't want to be drunk, such as when you're near lava or monsters or things like that. The next thing we're going to look at is selecting your character, and you can change your character by going into these bathrooms in the tavern. If you're a guy, you go into the men's room and you come out a woman, and vice versa, and you can keep doing that until you get a character you like. They are random, and there's a bunch of different ones for you to try, so check that out. And then when you're ready, you can leave the tavern by heading down the stairs at the bottom of the screen. Now, once you're actually down in the levels, you're going to want to be looking for things like coins and apples and potions. Here we see a coin and an apple. Coins are just a way of measuring your score, and apples obviously still heal you up. Then there are many potions that you can find that have lots of different effects, which we'll take a look at right now. Right here, we can see what potions look like, and there are many different colors of them. So you just find the bottles all over the place, and then they have random effects each game. So the same color will be the same throughout your game, but it will not necessarily be the same every time you play. Okay, so I've gathered up a nice supply of potions, so now we're going to take them and see what they do. Oh, that one was an experience potion, and I leveled up. I have another yellow one, so we'll take that again, and I leveled up. Oh, there's a hand over there. Let's watch out for that. Oh, that one made me drunk. And when you're drunk, obviously you just run around. You can't actually control your motions. I'm not pushing the arrows right now at all. Let's kill. Whoops. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Gotta eat quick. Hold on. Trying to show this, and a bat comes and attacks me, and I think I threw my sword. Yeah, I did. Alright, yeah, so you gotta pay attention, that can happen. Alright, there we go. Now back to the potions. Here we go, we'll take this one now. And that one healed me up. I'll take this one. I think that one may have given me experience, but I'm not sure. And did the same thing, and now let's try this one. Oh, there's experience again. And this one is health again. So potions are kind of just a random wild card thing. You can risk taking them. Some will be good, some will be bad. But I would suggest taking them when there's not a ton of enemies around. Like you saw happen to me, you can get easily flustered, especially if you get a negative effect potion. And speaking of creatures being around, let's take a look at the monsters in this game. When you first enter your dungeon, you're going to generally see a lot of the easier monsters to beat. Guys like snakes, which look just like snakes, bats, which look like bats, and goblins, which are little green guys with purple hats and red pants. Then, besides those guys, there are also skeletons, which you should be able to take on fairly easily. Hands, which don't do any damage to you. They're little severed zombie hands that will run up and grab onto your face. They slow you down and stop you from jumping. So if you're fighting off a lot of guys, they can be real annoying. You have to slash at them with your sword to get them off of you. Then there are also mummies and zombies, which are fairly slow moving but do quite a bit of damage. But you should be able to take those on. I wouldn't be too scared of those as long as you time it right and avoid getting hit. Same thing with creatures called slimes, which look like a glob of slime. And they're, again, fairly slow moving but do quite a bit of damage. So as long as you think you can avoid getting hit, go for it, even at a low level. Then there are much more difficult creatures, like the skeleton mage, the imp, in my opinion, one of the more terrifying monsters, the Lich King, the Cyclops, the Wraith, the Executor, the Skeleton Knight, the Grim Reaper, and the Minotaur. All of these you may want to avoid until you get some pretty good gear or get up to a higher level. Speaking of gear, the first type of gear is obviously the weapons, and you start with a sword, but you can find better weapons as you go along. There are better melee weapons, like better swords and stuff like that, and then there are also guns, which can be used as ranged weapons, but they have a limited number of shots and are fairly rare. The next type of gear that you can find is hats. There are many different types of hats. There are buffalo hats, deer hats, knights' helmets, there are turbans, top hats, a bunch of different really cool random hats that you find, and that's one of my favorite additions to the game just because they look cool, and they give you armor, and sometimes they can give you special abilities like being able to move faster or jump higher and things like that. One of the places you can find gear, as well as potions, apples, and coins, is inside of these chests. You break them open with your sword, and sometimes there will be random little goodies in there. But you gotta be careful because it doesn't always go well. And the last item that I want to talk about is spray paint, which is kind of fun to spray at people, but also you can use it efficiently to mark rooms that you've already been in case you're getting lost in the dungeon. You can just make a little mark on the wall to say that you've already been here. Also, you may notice I'm in multiplayer. You can do co-op on the same machine. I have an entire other video explaining and teaching you how to do that, which I will have a link to in the description. Okay, so that is it for this walkthrough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't miss anything too huge. I'm not going based off of any wiki or anything like that. I am just going by personal experience from playing the games. And it is really fun, so hopefully you guys will go and support it and support Robot Loves Kitty. And I know that it's in a Kickstarter currently that's ending in a couple days, so unless you're watching this video right away, it might be a little late for that. But they've already got like 400% of their goal or something crazy like that, so it's going well. This is a really good game, so hopefully it can get popular. They're voting right now whether or not it goes on Steam, so you can go vote for that on the site. I will have links to all of this stuff. I think it's all actually on the site, so I'll have a link to the site in the description, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it and will check out this game. This is iampeppino saying thanks for watching, and hopefully you subscribe for more awesome videos. We'll see you next time.